Howdy everybody, Vic here, and I'm back with another video. Once again, going back to GT Sport. I'm actually going to be doing two races, and I really need to learn how to stop saying Anyways, we're doing two races, one race here, once again on the Dragon's Trail, and the other one will be the A race, Daily Race A, which was the California one. I don't remember what it's called. I'll remember once we actually get into it though. But anyways, starting at third, and I'm gonna try to maintain position basically for this race. So starting at third, you have Ragafi first place, Pitola second, me on third, El Monkey on fourth, and so on and so forth. Now I want to point out number 6, OU812. That is, well, 812, OU812 I know is a Van Halen album, so I'm just curious if that's what he's trying to present himself as. I'm not too sure, but already we're kind of doing really good. I'm right behind the Bugatti, and we hit the brakes, we're taking the apex. I think I got a good run on there. The Coca-Cola car definitely did not, and he falls into second place, and I stake right behind him. By the way, on my end it kind of does look like it's still stuttering. I'm not sure if it is on the final video. If it is, I apologize. I will try to do more research and see why exactly it's doing that. But until then, you can see I accidentally go a little bit too aggressive, and I get a penalty for it. And it does annoy me, but I know I deserved it. Right here, I'm gonna slow down so the Coca-Cola car can overtake me. I don't want to ruin his race. But at the same time, I'm frustrated. This is like my 8th race of the day. I race for a very long time on my birthday. So I spent a lot of time in GT. As you can see, he crashes and I kind of tapped him and I tapped him to the wall, but maintain enough speed to stay ahead of the Coca-Cola car, which to be honest I shouldn't, and I don't think I do. I think I go wide right here just to give him a chance to get back ahead of me. And instead of being the good driver and bump drafting him, I end up drag racing him down the main stretch. I wouldn't call it the straightaway, but the before turn 1 and turns 2, I guess. So I drag raced him, I got ahead of him, and right here I slow down, and he passes me. I tap him again, he goes into the gravel. Luckily I don't get a penalty, and here I go again, drag racing him. He taps me. I'm pretty sure I'm getting on his nerves. I'm wasting his time. He should be fighting for the lead, but I'm over here ruining his race, and I understand that now, but at the time I was just trying to race my own race and catch up to the one. Here we get slowed down, and OU812 goes right past me in the Audi TT, and so now we're down 1. So obviously my goal now is to get 3rd place back. I don't want to lose 3rd place. I at least want to finish where I started. OU182 goes into the gravel, and here we come right behind him, slowly gaining on him, very, very slowly. We hit our brake line, go a little bit too wide, but just close enough to where we can do a little cutback, and I'm ahead of him. And he gives me the position so we could go in line. Unfortunately though, I do enter it pretty badly. I let go of the gas. I hit the little curb and I slam into the grass, and I move out of his way. At this point I'm kind of understanding, hey, I probably shouldn't ruin other people's races. So I get out of his way just in case. Once again, hitting the brakes a little bit too early, but we maintain our position. Right behind him, 4th place, and we're really right behind them. And at this point, I'm just, I'm drafting just so I can catch up. But man, I really do need to stop saying. I take this. He bumps me into the dirt or into the gravel. A cone goes flying, and he passes me. And another cone goes flying, and I'm wondering where those cones are honestly coming from. But here we see he cuts the corner, and I want to say that he got this penalty from that corner cut. I'm not sure if you guys want to call yourself a steward and let me know in the comments if that's why he got the penalty. I'm gonna assume that's what happened, but as you can see, he kind of goes a little bit wide, so we catch right up. And I go right next to him. He almost closes the door on me. I thought he was. I honestly thought he was gonna go aggressive. I murder that cone, I believe. Or if I didn't, he barely survived. We hit our brake zone. We go into the curve to hang on. I believe he bumps us, but I'm not too worried about it. We're right behind the Coca-Cola car, and as we can see, 5.8 seconds behind, 6 seconds I guess now. Ragfari, we get passed by OU, 812, Van Halen, but Ragafi, his race is 100% ruined, bottled because of me. 100% my fault. Ragafi, if you ever see this video, I apologize. I almost lose it there. We go into this turn, I almost lose it there too. I'm driving really aggressive just because I don't want to lose. And right here we're going to see OU 812 do something weird. He hits the brakes super hard, and it basically just brake checks me. And I think he did it on purpose in order to slow me down, so I wouldn't be able to get a lot of speed coming from that turn, since he was going to serve a 0.5 second penalty. That's my guess. Your guess is as good as mine. But regardless, we still definitely have enough speed to overtake him. 0.8 seconds ahead of him. And right here I take the curb, or I take the corner really nicely. And now we're a solid 1 second ahead, so he can no longer catch my draft. He can no longer draft me. And we essentially just clinched the race barely on the last lap because of his mess up, his penalty, and because honestly I would have been really annoyed if I would have lost. But right here we finish 3rd place in the Miku Mobile, the Viper Miku Mobile. Viper Miku. Man, I apologize for that. Honestly, I'm just excited that I maintained my position. I don't mind a podium position. I don't mind being on the podium as long as I'm on the podium. But right here, we say I'm sorry to Regarfi, and later, about maybe a minute later, he replies, "No worries," and that honestly makes me feel just a little bit better. Apple Boy says that was some clean driving. He obviously didn't see me. Very dirty, and that's on my part. But definitely not as dirty as Race A, which was done maybe 2 more races of Dragon's Trail. I think I did 2 more races of Dragon's Trail, and then I switched to this. I'm not too sure why I switched to this. I think I had already started drinking, so I just wanted to get a taste of what kind of mayhem we would see here. And right here, we're gonna try a completely different and new style. I'm kind of just experimenting. So if you don't like it, I apologize. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of a style. I know that was a really trashy cut, but I wanted to cut right here because right away we start almost getting pushed off the track. We're gonna watch the stuff that happens. The Brazilian just tries to overtake in the dirt, in the gravel, and that is just not flying by. And I wanna mark out Juan del Dios Ibarra, the Mexican right there. He's kind of driving erratically, blocking me right here, and I try to go around, and into the dirt he goes, and he goes wide, blocking me, which is fine. I try to go around the Brazilian blocks me as well. In all honesty, these cars are kind of slow, and so I can't really tell who's doing what on purpose and who's not doing anything on purpose. But right here, we're gonna actually watch Juan do one of the most purposeful things that has happened in a race so far. He pushes me into the corner, and I go into the dirt. And at this point, I almost consider backing out, but I told myself, you know what? I'm already 10th place. We may as well just try to see what kind of positions we can gain. But we're gonna view this from the Mexican side, and as you can see on your left-hand side, I'm gonna start popping up, and he deliberately turns into me. So 100%, he wanted me off that road. He loses 1 position, he loses 2 positions. You see me on his rearview mirror rejoining the track, and I am 100% annoyed. And at this point, the only thing I want is to take 8th place from him. I do not want to settle for anything less. So we take this corner really slow. We take, I have no idea what this turn's called, but we take the big old drop-off turn pretty badly. Laguna Seca, that's what this track's called. Man, we're going to speed up because it's honestly not a lot of action for the most part. We're just going to zoom in. We're going to get right here, right behind the 9th place. Edel BH. Not sure what his name actually means. But we're going to see here. I don't try to do this on purpose, but he cuts right into me trying to take the apex, and I hit him. And then he goes into the gravel, and then I don't know what happened there. I feel like he wanted to get me a penalty. That's what I assume he tried to do. It doesn't work out though because we go on, and this guy over here, he activates his little he activates his jump jacks right there, which is crazy. I didn't know Speed Racer content was on Gran Turismo Sport, so that just tells me that this is 100% superior to any Forza game. So I'm 100% enjoying it. Anyways, we saw that that Juan had he goes back into the dirt. He had a penalty, so he slowed down. He's in 7th place. I took 8th place, but we're not going to settle for that. We want Juan's position, so we're going to be right behind him. We're switching back to this camera view, and we're going around him, and we're going to go ahead and snatch that 7th place. Luckily, he doesn't try anything funny this time. I honestly couldn't tell you if he did it on purpose or not. No hard feelings, Juan. We took your position. We're going to go down this steep drop. We're going to touch the dirt or the gravel a little bit. We're going to go forward. Juan is upset too, and he also activates his jumping jack just in the middle, in the dead center of the track. He just activates his jumping jacks. If anybody could let me know what button on my steering wheel I press in order to activate the jumping jacks, I would appreciate it. I just want to know how I can also abuse jump jacks, and to what extent do jump jacks affect the race. Will I gain more positions if I could just jump over people at the start of the game? At the start of the race? Possibly. But that'll be for another time. So we're in 7th place. We're just zooming through pretty much. You know, the people 6th place is 11 seconds ahead of me. This is the final lap. There's no way we're gonna do anything spectacular here. We're not gonna make or break anything unless the Brazilian really just bottles it and throws himself into the wall, and even then he could probably still get enough speed to keep ahead of me. Into the drop off one last time, into this little, I want to say S curves, but I'm 100% wrong on that. And that's going to be the end of the race basically. So I'm going to go ahead and start right now. I thank you guys if you watched the video. I appreciate it. Let me know if you enjoyed this new style of video, or this kind of format where I also show the replay. If you didn't, let me know so I don't do that ever again. 7th place, snatched it from the Mexican, snatched it from Juan de Dios Ibarra, and we're gonna take that 7th place and we're gonna put it in our pocket and we're gonna forget about it, because like I said, we kind of only want podiums here. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.